All right. Hello, good morning, guys. So I asked a bunch of people on Instagram to ask me some questions for a little Q&A. Yeah, so I am going to just start going through questions on my phone, and then we're going to see if there's any good ones. We'll answer them, we'll talk about it a little bit, and we'll go on from there. But all right, let's get some coffee and start answering some questions. All right, so first question comes from Rutavies. I'm sorry, my man, I'm probably butchering that name. Rutavies. Rutavies. He goes, where did you get that shirt? Digging it. So this shirt right here. This is actually a gift from one of my best friends, actually Marta. This is a gift from her. It was for Christmas. So yeah, this is actually a gift from her, and it's a Grateful Dead band tee. It's a real one. I imagine it wasn't the cheapest shirt that she's ever purchased, but it was a great gift for me just because it kind of has a family thing. I have pictures of both my mom and my dad wearing this shirt back in the day when I was a baby. It kind of just reminds me of family and where I come from, that kind of deal. So that's where I got this shirt, my man. Sorry that I butchered your name. All right, the second one comes from Leonardo AV. A few people asked this. It's, do you speak Spanish? I do not. I do know some vulgar things that I should never be saying, but other than that, I do not speak Spanish, nor do I speak any other language. I am dumb when it comes to that. Wish that I spoke a different language, but yeah, I speak redneck, being from Tennessee, but that's about it. I don't know why I'm in front of a fire department, but I am. So the next question is going to be from Asia CRM. I think that's ASA, A-I-S-A CRM. And they're asking, what is my favorite color? I don't really have favorites. It just really depends. Sometimes I'm more of a burnt orange, so other times I'm more pastel. Like I just I just like what I like. Like I don't have like one particular thing that I like more than others. So yeah, like same way with like, if you know, my favorite things are cars and watches, that kind of thing. And I don't have a favorite one of those either. I just love so many different ones. We'll do one more sitting here. Let's see. Francisco Hernan 95 says, how tall are you? I am 6 foot. Some places have measured me 6'1", other places have measured me 6 foot. Some have said 6.5 feet. I measured myself, I am 6 foot. So yeah, that's how tall I am. How are you? Good. How are you? Good. Can I just do an iced milk latte, please? Sure. Anything else for you? No, that's great. Perfect. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day, alright? Wow, this Panamera is so nice. So is this. Oh, I love this coffee. So I'm gonna answer a few more. I'm just gonna find a cool spot to sit down. Alright guys, so now I'm on this like random street in Hollywood. It's really pretty though and small. I'll show you guys. But for the next question, one second. I don't know if that's in the camera, but that McLaren. Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm gonna own one. I'm gonna get one. Alright, so where you at? He goes, do you have BDE? You don't know what that is? I'm not telling you. But also, is that even a question? That's duh. Alright, do another one right here, but it's really hot in the sun, but I really like this little street. Alright, and this one says, have I done a nude shoot yet? No, don't plan on it, not in the card, not happening. Don't want to, don't want those photos out there. Nah, not happening guys, not happening. Hello, how are you? I'm good. Hello, how are you is by Bio My Ex. But yeah, I'm good, thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's all for this one, and then we'll go to the next place. But yeah guys, check out this little street. You don't see many little streets like this in LA. Pretty nice. I'm about it. And this is literally, that's Hollywood Boulevard right there. That's Hollywood Boulevard right there. So pretty cool to see little quaint streets like this right off Hollywood Boulevard. So here I am. I'm supposed to be finding cool spots to film and answer more questions, but I found myself just dreaming about houses. So I'm just walking around, and there's just one house that's for sale right just where I just walked from, and it's actually a pretty good deal for LA, and it's actually way nicer and a way better area than I thought it was. But there's just so many amazing houses over here. Like I'm sitting next to this beautiful little yellow house right now. You can't really see it, but it's just gorgeous. So yeah, often. It's just very cool to see those places in person. There's a lot of really cool spots over here. And you know, I'm just kind of manifesting right now. Like I said, there's this one house I just walked past. It's actually been for sale for like a year now, and it's super cool. It needs some work, but it's super cool, and it's a great deal for LA. Definitely wish I was in the market right now, because that would be the house to buy for sure. But I'm gonna keep manifesting, but for now I'm gonna look for more spots. Alright guys, so we're almost back home, and the reason why I'm going to go ahead and go home is because there's a lot of questions that are a little bit more in-depth, or need more in-depth answers, so I want to make sure I can answer those perfectly. So we are going to get back home, answer those, and then I'll see what else we're going to do. Alright, let's get into this a little bit more. So, next question. Excuse the sirens, I can't help that. Megan X Sarah says, what is something you've always wanted to do but never done? Megan, it's a great question. A lot of things. Guys, there's so many things that I'd want to do. Sometimes I just sit there and think, I'm like, I hope reincarnation's real. Just for the plain fact that I know I can achieve everything in this life that I want to. And I hope to God that I can in the next life. Like maybe this life is, you know, my social media, modeling, whatever. I don't know. Honestly, I think that the possibilities are endless for this life I have right now. So, and I don't know which direction it's gonna go, but I definitely know I can't achieve everything that I want, because I am so like broad-minded when it comes to like things I want to do and like things I want to achieve, that it's really just like going with the flow and seeing what happens. But I definitely know I can't achieve everything. I don't know, like who knows if reincarnation's real, but something I definitely want to do is I want to travel a lot. I want to travel around the world. I want to see things. I want to see different cultures. I want to really be able to explore a bit, and hopefully do that with a good person, a good friend. But I definitely want to travel more, and I think that answers your question. Let's see, what else have we got? Unforgettable moment in your life, and that's by Leo VAZF. Leo, for me, I've got so many. I would say I'm thankful for most of them, for the majority of the unforgettable things that have happened in my life, or moments that have happened in my life. But I would say the one that takes the cake for me is going to be, it's definitely going to be taking the chance to move to LA when I did. Granted, I did have some things going for me that some people still don't have, but it was still a huge chance, and it was a very life-changing, momentum-setting type vibe. I can't say that I would have been able to do better, and that definitely was unforgettable just because of how scared I was, and how scared it still makes me just thinking about it. Bicep size by Polio 57. Yeah, I'm like a 2 inches circumference bicep size, so yeah. Alright, we have, let's see. Favorite movie and TV show series. So again, like I said earlier, I don't really have favorites. Like, you're not gonna catch me going, that's my favorite. Like, I've definitely said it. I've said it. But for me, one of my favorite series ever was probably, I loved Game of Thrones, but I mean, just like everybody else, all up until season 8. I don't really have a favorite. That was a great one. I do really think that was great. Top Gear for UK, that was the one for sure. For movies, really love the Harry Potter series. Still one of my favorites. Other than that, I love Chronicle. I love I Am Number 4. I love Maze Runner. I love those style movies. I love The Giver. I think it's what it's called, The Giver. I love so many things like that. I love anything post-apocalyptic, but then sometimes, you know, I'll be straight. Like I'm a romance guy too. You give me a good romance like Notting Hill, you got me in. It just really, like, I don't have favorites, like I said, so it's just really whatever the mood is, whatever the vibe is at the time. What else we got? Whew. I Am Canyon says how your fandom is called, which I think he means what is my fandom called, or what is my fandom called? Mr. Canyon, man, I would say I don't really have a fandom. I don't think I'm big enough for a fandom, and you know, that is not something that, like, I feel like you don't tell your fans what your fandom's called. I think that's something that just kind of happens, like they make it themselves. I mean, I don't even have enough, like, I'm not at that level. I need to quadruple every social media that I have to say that I even have a fandom or should have a fandom name. If you guys want to go ahead and throw one out there, like, I'd love to hear them, but yeah, so for right now, I don't know. What is your favorite thing in the world? I'd have to go and say family and friends, 100%. It's kind of a weird thing because like I moved away from 90% of my family and friends. I've made some great ones here in LA, but it's weird to say family and friends when I moved away. But definitely, even from afar, to have those connections, it can make or break as a person. And you know, I've been lucky. I have a very strong support from everybody, so definitely would say family and friends for that one. Oh, this is a good one. So Sawyer_Kitchens says, will you do any song cover videos on your channel? And what songs would you want to do? You know, maybe, you know, I kind of want to prioritize like my YouTube being me as a whole. So it's possible that I could do one. I just don't want to. I don't want to go too crazy with different videos. Maybe I start a playlist where every once in a while, on top of what I'm posting now, a song cover or something. Just because music is one of my most favorite things in the world. I definitely love singing. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I definitely want to put more out there, and I am working towards it. If it'll be on this YouTube channel that much, I don't know. Right now, I've posted a few on TikTok, and I rarely, but sometimes post on my Instagram stories. Next question. Do you speak Spanish? I think I already answered this one, but no, I do not. A lot of people have asked this one. I do not speak Spanish. I can say some bad words, but that's about it. What else we have? What is your favorite dinosaur? Velociraptor. Come on, Aaron Pumpkin. Get it together. Of course, Velociraptor. Salud, spelled SALOOOOOT, asks, why did you become a model? So fun thing with that, I never wanted to be a model. Like, it was not really something I was trying to do until right at the end. So basically, I'd already planned on moving to LA. And my mom and my grandmother kind of was like, you should try to be a model. And so like that, and they said it for years, and I didn't want to do it. Like I'm from a small town in Tennessee. Like guys aren't, you know, that's just not what we aspire to do. But I was a little different than most people in my town, being that I will take any, like I'm about playing the cards that I was dealt the best as possible. And I've said this for years. Like my whole goal is to play the cards I was dealt to the best of my ability. And if I thought that if modeling was actually potential, I should then I should do it. And so I started pursuing it, and without any knowledge of how to do it, just tagging, like hashtagging model and fit photos. And there weren't any model photos. I posted pictures of my truck and my selfies and my dog and stuff like that. So I didn't really even know what I was doing. I signed with like this bogus agency that was total crap, so I left them. And I told myself that if I didn't sign with one of the big names, that I wasn't going to be a model. And so I was just like going with it. And I got reached out by this lady named Betsy Schrader. Shout out to Betsy. Quite a large agency at the time. She said, "Do you want to be a model? Have you ever thought about it?" And I said yes. And she was like, "Well, then let's get in a Skype call." So we got in a Skype call. Well, so first I thought she was fake. So I called the agency, and I was like, "Hi, I just wanted to call and verify that the person who's contacting me right now is an actual agent here." And they go, "Oh, is this Skinner?" And I'm like, "Whoa." And that is when like I realized, like, holy crap, this is actually real. Like, this is going to be a real thing. Signed, and I'm super thankful for those guys, and they showed me a lot. They helped me out with a lot of things. They allowed me to achieve things I never thought of, and it's definitely been an amazing stepping stone. But yeah, if that answers that question, cool beans. Like I said, that's why I wanted to come in here, because some of these are going to be long form answers, and I don't want to be sitting out on the sidewalk like while I'm trying to answer a question. So yeah, salute. That is how I became a model, and that is kind of why I became a model. It wasn't a decision I made, it was just kind of happened. Who is my inspiration? So, and that's by an Instagram that's just nothing but numbers. So who is my inspiration? That's an amazing question, but it's also a very big question as well. So for me, I have so many inspirations, big and small, from YouTubers that I grew up watching to, you know, artists like Charlie Puth and Post Malone. And it's weird because those guys are around my age, so it's kind of weird, but hey, inspiration comes anywhere. Inspiration, it's just, I don't know, it's so crazy. I've had so many great people in my life, or people I've seen that I've looked up to that have been great inspiration. For modeling, inspiration is, this is weird to say, but in the beginning it was Matthew Noska, and which is crazy. I met him after I moved out here. And now I don't really have inspirations in those kind of fields. I'm just trying to be the best I can possibly be. That's my ultimate goal, is just whatever I'm doing at least to the best of my ability. So yeah, my biggest inspirations, it just depends in what area, what field that is, you know, because I don't have favorites the same way I don't have like one person I look up to the most. Like I have so many different things I'm trying to do, and so many different like people I'm trying to achieve similar lifestyles to, that yeah, lots of inspiration, lots of people to look up to. There's a lot of awesome people in this world, guys. I think some people forget that, and they look at it as a negative thing instead of a positive thing. Let's see, what do we got next? Gabriel J. Cordero says, are you single? No, I have a PlayStation 4, about to have a PlayStation 5. Chastityful, I hope I'm saying these right, guys. Chastityful says, do you like wrestling like WWE? As a kid, I loved wrestling, WWE especially, and it was kind of weird because the reason why I can do this eyebrow thing so well is because The Rock was my favorite wrestler. Loved him to death. I'd go to my Nana and Papa's house, my grandparents, and I would watch WWE every day with them, like every time I was there, and he was like my favorite. He was my favorite guy. I would just always walk around like, can you smell what The Rock's cooking? Or I didn't even say it right as a kid. But yeah, that was my favorite WWE wrestler. Now he's a big inspiration just for everything else he's doing now. He's just an incredible guy. Do I still watch WWE? No, not really. I got more into mixed martial arts, MMA, UFC type stuff, and it kind of pushed wrestling out. I don't know, I like stuff that's more real. No offense to WWE, it's an incredible company and great entertainment, but just not for me. There's some weird questions on here, guys. Jordan Stark says, let's be friends, please. Jordan, bro, we're friends. If you're asking me questions on Instagram, we're friends. What's up, bro? If you could have one superpower, what would it be? That's an insane question. That's really hard. I think for me, it'd be teleportation. 100% teleportation. Just because, again, traveling is a goal for me. Like, there was a movie called, I think, Jumper, and like, as long as they had a picture in their brain of a place they could go there, that just seems so amazing. Like, imagine, like for models, I can go back to this casting place, instead of like rushing and being worried that you forget something, you just bloop, because you've already been there once. You just bloop. Alright, what else we got? Gabriella says, where are you from? So, Gabriella, that's gonna be my first video as well, but I'm from a small town in Tennessee called Waverly. I hated it at first, but then realized as I moved here how amazing that place is, and I really appreciate it now. But yeah, I'm from Waverly, Tennessee. Lucas Henry says, are you a spiritual person? Lucas, you know, I kind of am a spiritual person, but I'm more of just follow the mindset of be the best person you can, and treat people with respect, and as long as I'm trying to be as good as I can, I feel like I can't go wrong. So that's my level of spirituality, I guess you would say. My good friend Ollie says, do you have your knife in your pocket? Ollie, of course, buddy, of course. You need that. If I got a box to open, if I need to fix a hangnail, got it. Do you think yes, the person who asked if I think you're pretty, you're very pretty, yes. Oh, great. Infamous.com.ru says, what makes you happy? So this is a tricky question for sure. A lot of things make me happy. I'm like the most picky but simple person in the same time. So I noticed like one of the biggest things that makes me happy is when I can like do something for someone I care about, friends, family, that kind of thing. I just love being able to, and that'd be my ultimate goal, is to be able to just be like full support for my family, my sisters, like my mom, like full support for my closest friends, you know, really like I want to be able to like start businesses and hire them to be able to work with me, you know, not for me, with me, like so I think that gives me a lot of ultimate happiness. But as well as like I'm a huge car guy, I'm a huge vintage jewelry and watch guy, vintage clothes. So with that, you know, obviously that stuff makes me happy too. I'd love to be able to buy some nicer watches and have a couple more cool cars. But with that, you know, that kind of happiness is temporarily, especially with me, because I don't settle. I always want more. I always want bigger and better. So that kind of happiness, it's always temporary. What's not temporary is things like, for me, is like being able to do things for family and really take care of the people you care about and love. So hope that answers your question. Can you say something in Spanish? No comprende español. How you can take amazing photos of you, and that's by Axel JP. So I think he's saying, how do I take great photos of me? Well, it's not me taking great photos of me, it's photographers who are way better and way more talented at getting perfect angles. That's kind of how that works. Nathaniel says, come to Brazil. Nathaniel, bro, I want to come to Brazil. Like I said, I want to travel everywhere. Definitely want to see Brazil. Jose Rodriguez says, what is the meaning of life for you? Great question. For me, it is just finding what makes you happy and realizing that there's always gonna be work. No matter if it's your dream job or if it's a job you hate, there's gonna be parts that you don't like, but it's about finding the ones that you love it enough to where those don't bother you. I think that's a broad answer. What makes me particularly happy is traveling and taking care of family and friends. That is what makes me happiest. Razi Brill says, when are we going to see some kind of wild stunt on your channel? Well, Mr. Razi, what's up, bro? I don't know what kind of wild stunts I could possibly do on this channel. I'm not really a crazy stunt guy. I like having fun. Like, you give me a dirt bike or a fool, I'm definitely gonna tear up some stuff. But I can't say that we're gonna have like this crazy like stunts. Like, I am Boom Boom says, are you dating someone or preference? As I said, I have a PS4, about to have a PS5. So yeah. One person says, do you poop a lot? Oh, you know, not crazily. Normal amount, I'd say. Yeah. My new tuxedo says, do you sleep with your socks on? No. What am I? Pineapple on pizza? No, I don't sleep with my socks on. What in the world is that? I'm not a serial killer. Just kidding, guys. If you sleep with your socks on, I get it. There's like 4 why don't you post more shirtless photos on Instagram? I don't know. I'm not big on like shirtless photos. Like, I'm trying not to be that guy. I want to be more classy with it, you know? It's just not my brand, I guess you could say. I'm more of a drink too much coffee and wear vintage sweaters guy. Lobo93_George says, are you attracted to men or women? Great question, Lobo, Mr. Lobo. I have a PS4. I'm gonna have a PS5. Oh, great question. Georgensen? Buddy, I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I am terrible with names. He says, favorite fashion trends. I'm loving the vintage like Jordan 1s, low top, high top, mid tops, all those. Vintage 80s and 90s clothes. That's always kind of been where I've always stood since I've kind of grown into my own style. So, yeah, I definitely say it's more of like an 80s, 90s, you know, with a little bit of new age edge, I guess. Sometimes a little bit of classier stuff. I mix it. It just depends on the mood. When's your birthday? My birthday is next month, actually. It's October 24th. I am an October baby. So yeah, guys, so basically that is all the questions I got that were, I basically answered every single one of them. There's a few crazy ones that I'm not going to touch, but for the most part, that was all the questions that I got that were good questions. So yeah, guys, I think that's all for the questions. If more pop up before I close out this video for today, then we'll definitely answer away. But I think our next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna finish that coffee that's on my desk, but we're gonna grab some dinner and then go from there. All right, guys, we had a few more questions. I feel like valid questions. Cereal first or milk first? Cereal always first. What in the world? Cereal first. That is ridiculous. Cereal first, guys. Cereal always first. I'm just gonna go grab some food now. I will see you guys in a second. Hello. Hi. How are you? Happy. Good. Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great day, okay? Alright guys, so I am now home from getting some food. I get the same thing every time that I video. I just realized that. Like, guys, I promise I don't eat this every day. It's just that it just happens to be my filming day. Always overlaps with my Korean barbecue rice bowl day. But I'm about to chow down. But yeah guys, so I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that it was somewhat entertaining. A lot of you guys, the majority, asked for some Q&As to kind of ask me some questions. And again guys, feel free to ask any other questions that weren't answered in this video in the comments. I'll be more than happy to reply to you. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I can't wait for next week's. Definitely gonna be a little bit more exciting than this one. But yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, please, if you like this, guys, push that like button, maybe subscribe for me. Like I said, guys, it's gonna get a lot better than this. This is just the beginning, and I'd love for you guys to be a part of it all. And I promise you guys, this is just the beginning. It's gonna get way better. Guys, have a lovely night, have a lovely week, have a lovely day, have a lovely life, and see you next week.